Hi, Vicky Crystalline and Miss Josie. How are you doing?
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Man, I just am so honored and grateful for our tribe coming together and all of us, connecting into our rootage of us and how we're growing and expanding and how sometimes you sit back and you think, what am I really doing? And there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So I want, Josie had an experience and I wanted her to bring it forward. So a little bit more understanding of it. And then we're going to bring source forward and just see it in a new perception, however that, whatever that is to be. So we're just allowing. So.
Okay. So I've had experiencing sleep paralysis maybe 5 to 10 times in my life. And it's basically, it feels like your brain is awake, but you can't move your body. And every time that it's happened to me, it feels like there's this pressure on my face or near my face, kind of like pushing me down. Sometimes it feels like the blanket is being pulled over my head. And so the other night I had this experience where it was happening. I was having a really rough night, tossing and turning, and then it started to happen. And all I can really do in those moments is pray. So I really was struggling though. I kind of mumbled out Jesus Christ, and then it lifted off momentarily. And then but then all of a sudden it was back, and I couldn't say anything. I couldn't open my eyes. So I was praying for Archangel Michael.
Oh my God.
And yeah. And then it was like I went into a dream where it felt so real. I was sitting in my living room, and I share an apartment with my sister, and I was just sitting there and calling her, and she came and she was like holding my hands, and she was saying like, what's wrong? And I couldn't, it was like it was really happening because I couldn't talk, and I felt like my body was still kind of like immobile. But then as I was about to tell her in my dream or whatever it was, she went shooting into the bathroom like something pulled her legs, and it was kind of freaky. It was like out of like a horror film, kind of like how, yeah, really dramatic.
Uh-huh.
And then that's finally when I woke up, like with enough of a start where I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but I just like prayed out loud, like very adamantly, and I was just like, I don't know, it scared me, but it was also kind of like I had more of a curiosity about it than anything.
Yeah.
And I had such a great day, like a night before. I felt like I had a breakthrough with one of my projects, so I was like, why is this happening? Like, I don't know. So I was just, yeah, I wanted to see what's worth it.
Right. Now, have you done any research to? I haven't, because if it was to come up, then I would have focused on it, but it didn't come up. So
I have. Some people say it's like they have just a scientific explanation for it, that like part of your brain wakes up and the other part that controls your body doesn't. But I don't know, like I think that everything has a spiritual origin. So some other people say that it can be like an attack. They have a name for it, but I don't know how to pronounce it. For like an entity that will sometimes come and like try to scare you in this way when you are doing really well. Like I've actually heard that it can be like an encouraging sign, but I don't really know. There's so many different opinions.
Right. And in my journey, it has been brought up one or two more times. I've heard people talk about it, and they kind of said like the same thing that you have said. And so I didn't go and investigate. I'm just allowing, source to come through. And so I'm really excited to see, because I don't feel any fear at this at all. I feel that you're connecting to your multidimensional selves. I feel that, and I don't know why, but I feel like you're tapping into a huge version of yourself. That's what I feel for me. So I've never actually had it in my life ever happen to me. And so, I hear a lot of people that have had fear from it. But in a way, I feel like that's kind of cool. You know what I mean? To experience that, not that I really truly want to experience it, but I kind of, you know what I mean? To experience it for, what is it going to bring forward for me? Because everything is bringing forward for me. And that's what I've really realized when I switched my words to what is life, doing for me instead of doing for me. And so I'm seeing a new perception. It's so funny. It's like my guides are touching my face. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. I know. It's like it's just funny. So, and it feels like a finger, you know what I mean? It's like taking this right here and just wipe. Yeah, it's just amazing. Thank you. Thank you. So, so I'm excited to see where this is going to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the breath.
Sure.
And
Can I just quickly say, I just wanted to say that that's so true what you were saying about how if you look at it a different way, because I was the morning after this happened, I was calling in my guides like I always do in the morning, and just for a moment I was like just a little bit like pissed. I was like, where were you guys last night? But then I was like, and then I almost immediately felt silly. It's like, I know they were there. I know everything's fine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, and I just feel that love like a big old hug for you and me and for everyone because they're always here.
Yeah.
And thank you guys. Thank you, Vicki, for tuning into them, and thank you guys for being here. Because we truly aren't alone. We truly aren't ever, and they're always there protecting us and helping us and just showing us new ways. And so I feel honoring in me to protect, wow, to, tune into them and for them to know that they are protecting me, because they are. We don't need to put protection around us because they've got us.
Right.
They're protecting us. So, yeah, perfect. Wow, that's the one thing I want to bring up really fast is over the last couple of days since I had my meeting with Gaia. A lot of stuff is going on in my solar plex area, in my root chakra area, in my sacral area. Like there is a lot of stuff, a lot of energy that is being worked on in my lower quadrant of my body. And even like aches and pains, like, I was doubled over. The pain just came out of nowhere and I was doubled over. And so if you guys are going through that, just know that, you're all right and that we're all just shifting into a new version of us. And so our bodies are doing that acclimating at the new Gaia that's here now. So, so I'm bringing it back forward because it was brought in. So, yeah, right? Thank you, Josie, for doing this. Thank you for doing this. I mean it. Because it takes a lot of courage to bring forth yourself. It takes a lot of courage to, take steps like this. And when you have that little bit of fear, you're like, I don't want them to tell me anything fearful. And that's so amazing because you wouldn't believe how many people, the first thing that they say when they're going to do an attunement, is it going to be bad?
I know.
People say that all the time. Is it going to be bad? No. This is never bad. This is never bad. So it's just amazing because, in our journeys, we have been taught just to go instantly to death. Everything we're doing in our life, we're going to die from it. You know what I mean? Everything, even when you're going through a physical problem, you just take it right instantly to just dying, and it's just so funny. Truly, I got to laugh about that. It is. It truly is. So let's breathe.
All right.
So we're going to breathe through our nose, deep into our belly, deep into our heart, and source is going to come forward. So just allow yourself to breathe into this transmission and feel the frequency behind it. Not so much the words, but the frequency behind it. Breathe now. One more time. One more time. I, the Creator, am stepping forward as the beloved channel has stepped aside. You are feeling our frequency step into you. It is bringing forth an emotion of love, of joy, of peace and content. We have been sitting in the background, listening to this conversation and the potentials that you are locking into. Many beings, as they are born into this physical life, they are very connected to potential lives that are living out in the physical right now. So as you are tapping into yourself, that dream state, you merge with these other pieces of you. You have life with them. And these other potentials of you, you are having an experience. You may get glimpses or hints or nothing, for they do not want you to have your attention there in your day state. And the potential for you, beloved, you're working with other lightness beings of you. And they are helping you to arise to the occasion. So as you feel yourself slip into this frequency, as you are aware that your guides are there, you are bringing forth your gift that you are surfacing within you, of locking in these other lifetimes of you. In this locking in of the other lifetimes of you, they will still have their experience in the physical. You are working from different realms, we will say. So as you are in dream state, as the body has waken up, the full consciousness has not been returned yet. In that placement where you feel your mind working and your body is not. Allow the consciousness that is surfacing within yourself. You are bringing forth a new consciousness into your awareness from another paradigm. When you go into the state, it resides into a part of you that is open your mind. Once you start feeling into the frequency and get past that, you are a part of you. It will reside in the heart and you will not feel that disconnection. You are merging, in a way, two paradigms of you into one. As you are feeling, you are literally pulling yourself into this paradigm. Even as you are feeling that you are pulling the wool over your eyes, over your head, it is because you are fearing the experience itself. As you allow yourself to connect to this other potential being of you, there will be an igniting happening. You will instantly merge. You may see this other being in your mind, in your heart. But we do not want you to merge the two worlds because it will create confusion in your own life. What you are doing is you are creating a merging of a third being that you are merging into now. You are emerging into a new self with assistance all around you. Because this body is unfamiliar of this happening and you do not know why it is happening. There is fear there, we understand this. But you are potentially locking in two paradigms into one and creating a third new Gaia. There are many beings that are doing this. Not all are doing this, but there are many beings that are doing this, and you are part of that. So the next time that you slip into this, allow it and connect to your heart. It will show you the way. As you are merging into yourself, it is already happening. You will do it and you are not even knowing that you are doing it. Once the wall of fear is gone, it will happen so subtly. You will just feel better. You will not be aware that it has completely shifted into a new paradise of a new being. Because you feel so good in this other paradigm of yourself also, you have resistance that you do not want to come back to your own life, for it is not the way that you wish to be. But you are shifting now. So there is also resistance of you like the other paradigm a little better. And this is all right. You are bringing that other paradigm of you into this experiencing, merging two into one. That is being created here and you are. We are asking now, do you have any questions?
So you're saying that if this ever happens again, that I should be in allowance and just have an open heart?
Drop into the heart.
Okay.
Whatever fills your mind, instantly drop into the heart. You will see it in its purity and you will start merging into what you have set up for this timeline that is happening. It is happening within you. You are merging into a higher version of you. It is happening within your body. It is happening for all. But some beings set it up in a particular way to learn their own growth plane. And that's what you are doing. You are learning to be your multiverse being in a different way than this beloved channel. For you have locked into those lights in day one, and you will always be locked into those lights, but in a merging way, not in a hard way. Your hearts will be connected. In fullty. Each piece that is arising to the occasion of each individual is bringing it forth in a different way. This word, sleep paralysis, as you call it, is holding you steady. The mind is on. It is wanting you to pay attention to it, that you go into the fear, my body is not moving. I do not understand why my body is not moving. Why is it not connected? It is in another paradigm. And as your allowance of your being, you to come forward, you will feel the presence of your heart open, and you will feel the merging of two beings becoming one. It will feel peaceful. It will feel whole. You will feel like, another piece of me has dropped it.
Mm-hmm.
There is no fear here. You are unfamiliar to this is only why. Your consciousness is catching up to you. So allow the consciousness to be in the heart center. Much will happen. And in a way, you can feel, we see you. We can see your system say, okay, I want one to happen now. I am ready to connect. And it will happen at the perfect time that you are ready. And when you do this, you will notice that these pieces of you are moving and growing and expanding you in such a way. You are learning to harness your multiverse being, that you are different in this that you see in your mirror, that you are bigger than this, than what you see in your mirror. And your body is saying, you are bigger than this, than what you see in your mind. For you are. Does this help you, beloved?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We are so in gratitude for each one participating into this expansion of themselves and into Gaia. In Gaia herself, she is making the transformation, and you are choosing to go along. So each being that wakes up to their highest potential is helping the whole. You are each assisting each other. That is so much to be celebrated right there.
Yes.
We are with you always, beloved.
I love you.
And we love you always. I do. Wow. Well, it's like my arm's not there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's weird. Wow. Wow, that is just like weird. Like I could feel it drop in, but it was like, wow.
Maybe they gave you like a little taste
A little experience of that.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you.
I love you, Josie. And you got this. You were just learning your multi-dimensional self just a different way. You're tuning into it. It's taking you to you, you know,
Right.
and it's you assisting you. So, yeah, that's it. That's it. And I feel like you're merging that self of you, like, come with me, help me. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good. I need help.
Right? I love this. This is just so powerful. I am just so honored for your presence, for your light, for you doing this journey with us. And I just, even Jackie, we all love you so much. We all love you so much.
I
And
love you all so much too.
absolutely. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for trusting us. Thank you for, discovering a little bit more about yourself,
Yeah.
because that's what we're doing. We're discovering a little bit more about ourselves.
Yeah.
It's not anyway that like we thought it was at all.
No.
Absolutely.
Definitely lots of surprises.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what just popped into my mind again right now is it's going back to that they said that there's so many things that we're going to tune into us, that now we're prepared to tune into that's always been around us.
Right.
You understand? Like my trees, and it's always been there. When I took it deeper, and these events that you have went through, and now you're going to tune in deeper.
Yes.
Wow, my heart just got huge. And so these are events that have always been around us, but now we're just really experiencing them. We're really experiencing them.
Yes. I've noticed too, my cat Thomas, he's a huge orange, big manly man, and he's been like cuddling me ever since this has happened.
Uh-huh.
Every night without fail.
Oh,
Yeah. I just feel like he's like a guide for me too.
absolutely, absolutely. He's a piece of you. He literally is a piece of you. And so he's just telling you, you're good, but let's calm your energy. Cats are great for that.
Yeah.
Just calm your energy instantly. Instantly. They're just so magnificent. They truly are.
Yeah.
So yeah. Thank you, Josie. Do you have any other questions, sweetheart?
Nothing comes to mind right now.
Perfect. It's perfect, sweetheart. So I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. And anyone who is going through like a sleep paralysis, feel into this. See if this resonates with you. And you know, because we're doing amazing things and we're doing it on a lot of different realms, just not, what's in front of us here. So, I bless you all. I bless me. And if you guys are ready for an attunement, email me. So I send you all love. May you all be blessed.